So what's your nationality? What's your race? All praise to the Most High. Now, what commandments do you know? We can refresh your memory through the Spirit, bro. We're going to give you a whole lot of precepts and a whole lot of commandments that we have to keep through the Spirit. Right? And let's go to the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, and verse number 7.
Leviticus, chapter 11, and verse 7. And the swine.
Now, you know what swine is, brother? Exactly. We think we can eat pork, but we can't eat pork. Exactly. We cannot eat pork.
Though he divided the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
He is unclean to you. So according to the Bible, you cannot eat pork. Now, pork stands for, you got pepperoni, sausages, right, hog maw, right, bread, and all of these different cuts that they make pork. You understand? You can't eat any of those things. Even if it's a gummy bear, or if it's in all type of chips, and all these different things, brother, you can't eat. Or do you love God more, or do you like pork more? You love God more. So if you love God, what do you have to keep? You have to keep His commandments. You hear that, sisters? You hear that, sisters? Sister in the orange, you hear that? You don't hear God's word, sister? So we gotta keep God's word. Okay. Right, they don't care about the Most High. Right, they care about sin and hypocrisy.
Right.
Right, read on, King.
Of their flesh shall he not eat, and their carcass shall he not touch.
Right.
They are unclean to you. These shall he eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever have fins and scales.
It has to have two attributes if it come out of the waters. Right, to be able to eat it, it has to have fins and scales. You understand? Now, what has fins and scales, brother, that come out of the ocean? Exactly. Clean fish has fins and scales. So it doesn't come out of the ocean that doesn't have fins and scales. You got shrimp. What else you got, brother? Crab. What else you got? Lobsters, mussels, oysters, right? Catfish, and all of these different unclean creatures that the Most High said we cannot eat according to the Bible. So according to the Bible, what can you eat that come out of the ocean? It has what? Two attributes. Fins and what? There you go, brother. Now if it doesn't have fins and scales, can you eat it? What if it's half off? You can eat it if it's half off? Or you can't eat it at all. Right, so from this day forward, brother, can you start applying these precepts to the best of your ability? Do not eat any shrimp, crab, and lobster. Can you keep the commandments? Right, so from now on, are you going to eat more shrimp? What about crab? Lobster? What about pork? All praise to the Most High. All right, that's your first step, brother, in starting to keep the dietary law. There are a lot of clean things that you can eat, and a lot of unclean things that you cannot eat according to the Bible. All right, so we're going to give you another commandment. All right, let's go to the mighty book of Leviticus, chapter 19, and verse number 27.
Leviticus, chapter 19, and verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads.
Right, when you can't shape your head into a sculpture, right, on top of marring it. And you can't shape your head differently, nor can you mar your head. Right, so do you shave your head bald, brother? Give me Leviticus chapter 21 and 5. Right? Now, we may, shave our heads because we want to so-called appear professional. We may not like hair, whatever reason. Or America may have told us and taught us that it's more of a clean and comely look. But how does the Most High feel about that? Bring that out.
Leviticus 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head.
You heard that, brother? They shall not make baldness upon their heads. So if you make baldness upon your head, you'll be breaking the commandments. Right? So are you able to let your hair grow in? Or you may not want to, brother, but what's more important? Our emotions or the commandments? The commandments of God. All right, look like you got some hair growing in, bro.
Right.
Right, you can go ahead and grow your hair in. You don't mind me asking, why do you shave your balls? Hey, or you can have a lot of things to help you with the heat.
Right.
Stay hydrated with water, Maybe you have a wet towel upon your head, you're not going to the heat. It's 1,000 other things that you could do to keep the commandments of God. Right, so are you going to keep that commandment, brother? All right, all praise to the Most High. Go back to Leviticus, chapter 19.
Leviticus 19 and verse 28. Ye shall not.
Start at 27.
God. Verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Right, the word mar means to destroy.
Right.
So if you have a beard, brother, what are you supposed to do with your beard? You're supposed to let it grow out. Now it looked like you may have been shaving the corners of your beard, brother. I could be wrong. Have you been shaving your beard? Right now, according to the Bible, that would be a sin. So according to the Bible, you have to let your beard grow out. Now it doesn't have to be super long, you can keep it low, you can maintain it and trim it, but you have to let that hair grow in that you naturally have. Is that something you can do for the Most High, keeping the commandments? All praise to the Most High. So I want you to give me all the commandments that we went over so far. No pork.
I need y'all to make some more noise. Give it up,
What about something that come out of those oceans, those lakes, those streams? Yep. What does it have to have? Fins and what? Scales. Fins and scales. Right, it has to have those two attributes. Right, that's an important thing to remember when you evaluate what you eat up on the dinner table. Right, you understand? Give me the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse number 1. Give me the book of Proverbs, chapter 23 and verse number 1.
Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 1. Through desire, a man having separated himself.
Through desire, man wants to try new things. He wants to try octopus. He wants to try crocodile tail. Right. He wants to try muscles and expensive things through the desire of a man's heart. He may separate himself from the Most High in the true doctrine and the understanding of the Lord.
Seek him and intermeddleth with all wisdom.
Right, all wisdom isn't good wisdom, right? You have dark magic, you have sorcery, right? You have this educational corrupt system that all teaches you lies and profanes things that are the truth, right? So you don't want to deal and intermingle with all wisdom. This is the only wisdom that you need to be dealing with. Give me the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 24. Bring that up.
Proverbs 23 and verse 1 in the reads, when thou sittest to eat with the ruler.
When you sittest to eat in front of a ruler, meaning a big round table is set before you,
consider diligently what is before thee.
What the Lord say?
Consider diligently what is before thee.
You have to consider diligently what they're presenting before you. Right. They may give you something that's not cooked with blood in it.
Right.
May give you a damn raw steak. Right. They may give you all type of shrimp stuffed in a platter somewhere, chopped up, rolled up in an egg roll.
Right.
So you have to consider, what am I eating? Is this thing clean according to the Bible, or is it not clean according to the Bible? Does it have shrimp, crab, and lobster? Right? Does it have things that like mussels and seaweed and different things like that? You have to consider things that you eat, brother.
Read on. And put a knife to thy throat.
The Lord said put a knife to your throat. That's not physical, right? But it's parabolically saying you would rather not eat it at all and put a knife to your throat.
If thou be a man given to appetite.
But if you be a man given to appetite, that means you like to eat everything.
Right.
No matter what it is. Whether it's physical or whether it's spiritual.
Right.
You can't be a brother with a big appetite. You have a big appetite, you'll start dipping your unclean foods and different unclean sauces and you'll eat anything, brother. You're a holy brother, man. You're separate from all of these people that are trying to hear the words of the Most High. Right? Right? According to the Bible, to be holy means to be separate.
Right.
Now look at everybody else. They're dancing, they're in sin, they're half naked, they're not applying the precepts of the words of the Most High. But then look at you. You're hearing the words of the Most High.
Right.
You will actually be separate from everybody else right now. You're along with us through the Spirit. And we're separate from everybody else. So brother, you will be a separate brother and a special brother according to the Bible. Right, you know?
Be not desirous of his dainties.
Don't be desirous of his dainties. Dainties because there are deceitful things that the society tries to trap you in and push you to give you.
For they are deceitful meat.
Wait, what?
For they are deceitful meat.
You have certain deceitful things that brothers give you and tell you ought to do. Give me the book of Jude, right? Chapter 14 and verse number 1. I'll bring up your precept, King.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee.
The Lord thy God has chosen you, brother. What's your name? Michael. Right? The Lord has chosen you, brother.
To be a special people unto himself, above all peoples. Above all peoples. Above all people.
The Lord said that you're above all people.
Right.
You're not above all people for no apparent reason.
Right.
Everything about you genetically, right, is superior to everybody else on the earth.
Right.
Your mind is stronger. Your ability to understand precepts,
Right.
nobody else can.
Right.
You have the ability for the Most High to tackle to you while you street, while you teach, and give you understanding. And the Lord visits you by night and gives you dreams.
Right.
Shows you the future. Brother, you could be a prophet on the earth.
Right.
The Most High is dealing with his chosen people, and you are above everybody else. Read.
That are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number.
Right. The Lord isn't dealing with you because it's a big nation. And the Most High is dealing with the biggest nation. Because you had nations, right, of the so-called Africans that were more mighty in number than we. Right, read?
Than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people.
The Lord said you are the fewest of all people. And everybody else outnumbered us during this time.
Right.
And the Lord said, I still pick you. Now you may be feeble to the world, you may be low to the world, nobody may care about you, they may despise you and hate you, but according to the Lord loves you, brother. Bring that up, brother.
Judah 14:1 in the read. Then said Judah unto them, hear me now, my brethren, and take his head and hang him upon the highest place of the wall. And so soon as the morning shall appear and the sun shall come forth upon the earth, take ye every one his weapons and go forth every valiant man.
Verse right there. Give me Judah 15.
Judah 15:1. And when they that were in the tents heard, they were astonished at the things that were done.
Hey, brother, give me the word, brother. Hey, brother. Give me the word of the Lord, brother. Give me the word of the Lord, brother. Or what's your nationality? So what? Mexican. All right, do you believe in the Bible, brother? All praise to the Most High. If you find the term Mexican in the Bible, chapter 10, verse 1. So what, brother? We'll take a flyer, brother. You got a flyer. All right, who are you before you leave? Who are you before you leave? What's your nationality? Not African black, but you are an Israelite. Right. Check that out, brother. You are an Israelite. Get the curses. Right? Now, when you look on this right here, you can go to YouTube and type in Watching for Israel. When you turn it on the back, it says it right here, Israelite. Don't never forget that, brother. I'll be safe, brother. Hey, brother. Come on, brother. Right. So, what were you saying about finding the word Mexican in the Bible? All praise what you know, brother. Alright, give me the book by the Genesis. Right, chapter 35 and verse 32. Give me the book of Genesis, chapter 35 and verse 10.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 35. Genesis chapter 35, verse 28. And the days of Isaac were 180 years, and Isaac gave up the ghost and died.
Bring that up.
Genesis 35 and 10 in the reads. And God said unto him, thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called anymore Jacob, but Israel.
Right, but Israel. So your name is not called Mexican, brother. You called after the name of our father, Israel. Right, you understand? Because you would be an Israelite according to the Bible.
Right.
Bring that out in the book of Genesis 35 and 22.
Genesis 35 verse 22. And it came to pass, when Israel dwelt in that land, that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine. And Israel heard it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. The sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn.
So this is listing all of Jacob's children. All right, read on.
And Simeon, and Levi, and Judah, and Issachar, and Zebulun.
Right, and Issachar. Right now, when you look at this psalm, brother, Put yourself out in the sign. Right, you would be Issachar. So your father would actually go back to Jacob according to the Bible.
Right.
You go back to Jacob, you would be an Israelite according to the Bible. Give me Judges chapter 10 and verse number 1.
Judges chapter 10 and verse 1.
Right.
And after Abimelech, there arose to defend Israel Tola, the son of Pua, the son of Dodo, a man of Issachar.
Right, so a man of Issachar rose up to judge in Israel. Then he had a very high office to judge all of the people. This man was like a ruler, man. And when you rise up to judge, you're reporting according to the Bible. Right, you're like a governor or some sort. Right, so your people come from a long line of kings, brother. You have to understand that. All praise to the Most High. What you doing about it, though, brother? What you doing about it? Say you're being with God? Well, can I show you how to be with God more perfectly, brother? Right, because there's a way to be with the Most High, right? Now, the first thing you got to do is you got to separate yourself from this world.
Right.
Right, give me the book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15. That's your first step, is to separate yourself from all evil, brother, that you can be pure in the eyes of the Most High.
I've been isolated.
Now, isolating? What you doing out here?
To myself.
What you been doing out here, brother?
I really, this is something I don't really like doing, but I was over here meditating and not like, oh, what's happening?
Right, well, this wouldn't be a wise decision to come in the midst of sin.
Right.
You know, not because you're not a wise brother, but because you could get seduced by everybody out here, bro.
Right.
You got the most purest intentions to come out here, right? May just, whatever the case may be, but nevertheless, women may befall you, drinks and drugs may befall you, right? A fight may befall you,
Right.
and sin may befall you, brother. And you're better than that. So if you come around with sin, you're more likely to be snatched into it.
Right.
You understand that? Right, female. What's your name, brother? Tone. Right, what if one of your own friends see you? One of your own female friends? Right, oh, Tone, what you been up to? I should start grabbing on your shirt. Come on, we gotta catch up. Then she take you on a cut somewhere, man.
That's why I didn't want to come.
That's why you came, brother. That's why you smiling.
See that?
Right, read it.
First John.
Hold on, check this out.
First John chapter 2 verse 15. Love not the world.
The Lord said,
Love not the world.
if you love the world, you love everything in the world.
Right.
What's in the world, brother? Drugs, sex, watch yourself. Right, drugs, sex, violence, mischief, sorcery, drunkenness. These are all of the attributes of the world times 9, man.
Right. Neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world,
If you love the world and the things that are in it,
the love of the Father is not in him.
do you think everybody out here loves God? Honestly, brother? No. I would say 0 out here loves the Lord.
Right, right.
There's a small remnant that does, right, but they don't know who the Lord is. Exactly, I agree. They're coming out here just for the female.
Hey, yo, I make calls them, but they always talking.
The females always come to you.
You know, man, see, I was really, I might be dead.
All right, well, brother, you gotta repent.
Right.
You know how to repent? Well, what God are you praying to? You said Jehovah? Right, but you gotta know when the letter J was invented. The letter J was invented in the late 1500s. Right, so, right, well, the letter J, you do have the letter J in the Bible, but you have to understand, we go back to speaking in Hebrew.
Right.
So it goes way past the letter J, you understand? All the way from the beginning in the Paleo-Hebrew. So the Lord's name will actually be Yahweh. Yahweh Shah would be his son's name. I can't hear you.
It's still with a J.
Right, it's with a J in the English. But before the English so-called language came in existence, they didn't have the letter J.
Nah.
You hear what I'm saying, brother? It's saying contrary to what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, before the letter J, we spoke the Hebrew.
Right.
The Hebrew doesn't have the letter J. English has 26 characters in it. But the Hebrew had 22. But so even before English came into existence, it was impossible to speak things with the letter J. And yet we're better than the language, right, of the Latin that this is coming out of. Right? Well, you're better than that, brother. You're better than these lies. That's right. You have to know the truth. So you have to know who you're praying to before you can actually pray. So your God's name, brother, is Yahweh. Can you say that?
It's almost the same.
Right, well, almost the same isn't the same, brother, is it?
You're a lie.
You say what?
You're a lie.
Right, you know what I said? Right, being almost the same isn't the same. Right? I can't misplace your name right with another character and call you by your name. I'm sure you wouldn't appreciate that. How much more the Most High God? Right, give me the book right of Exodus, chapter 3 and verse number 13. And give me the book of Isaiah, right, chapter 12 and verse number 2. And you gotta remember and know the Most High's name before you leave, brother.
Book of Exodus.
Right, but we don't care about everything else and what everybody else is doing. We care about thus saith the Lord.
Right.
And the Most High is going to give you direct instructions in what you ought to say and what you ought to do.
Right.
Bring that up.
Book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 13. And Moses said unto Yahweh, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, they shall say unto them, The God of your fathers have sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name?
Right, they're going to say, what is God's name? Right? So all of the Israelites is coming to Moses. Well, what are we going to call the Lord? Right, read.
What shall I say unto them? And Yahweh said unto Moses, I am that I am.
Right, I am that I am. Meaning he is and he exists. Right? So when you actually go to Isaiah, bring that out in Isaiah. Chapter 12. 12 and 2.
Isaiah 12 and 2, and it reads, Behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For the Lord Yahweh.
For the Lord
Yahweh.
For the Lord Yahweh
Is my strength and
is
my song.
strength and my song.
And like y'all say, you say it different. Like Abraham in Spanish is Abram. So how is Jehovah?
It is not, brother. And I'm going to tell you why. So if they created a new language right now and your name gets changed, are you going to adapt to that new
John
language?
is one.
I'm asking a question though. If they created a new language today and your name, right, is ass in this new language, are you going to let somebody call you that, brother?
I mean, like, that's what the one language doing. Like John in Spanish is one.
I understand that, brother. I understand. But before Spanish became a language, right, and his name wasn't whatever it's translated it to be. You have a name and your name doesn't change. But I understand that. You get where I'm coming from, brother? Before these other languages were invented, you had a name that never changed from generations to generations. This is the Lord's name forever.
Right.
You understand that?
It's similar. You can simulate it. Like it's similar.
Right. Answer my question. If they created a new language tomorrow, does that mean that the Most High's name is just going to change? Give me the book of Malachi, right, chapter 1, right, verse 14. You think the Lord's name is going to change from generation to generation in all different languages? Now that's confusing. Bring it up.
Book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 14. And it reads, But cursed be the deceiver which hath... Malachi 1 and 14. But cursed be the deceiver which hath in his flock a male and voweth and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. And my name is dreadful among the heathen.
The Lord's name is dreadful among the heathen. So the heathen wouldn't be able to even say the Lord's name. It would make sense that they would change it all up with the tetragrammaton. It would make sense that they would change it up. Brother, let me speak. It would make sense that they would change it up. And then they would call it Jehovah. That they would call it Jesus. Or that they would call it all of these different names. It would make sense. Because the Lord's name is dreadful among the heathen, brother. So his actual name is Yahweh.
Right.
And everybody can't say that. That's why all of the Jewish men, they say Pahashem. They can't even fix to say the Most High's true name.
Right.
So brother, are you going to apply what the Lord said, or are you going to change what the Lord said by different translations of languages? Right, when your inner self is leading you to break the Sabbath day right now, brother. Your inner self is leading you to commit all type of lewdness and sin. Right, your inner self is going to lead you to salvation. Brother, the Lord is going to lead you to salvation. Well, brother, the only way you can solidify your spot, give me the book of Psalms. Right? Psalms chapter 15 and verse number 1. I'm going to show you how to get the kingdom, brother, what you want to do.
The book of Psalms, chapter 15 and verse 1. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle?
The tabernacle of the Lord and the dwelling place of the Lord is the kingdom of heaven. Who's going to abide there? That's what the Lord says.
Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness and speaketh truth.
And speak of this inward part.
And speaketh the truth.
You have to speak the truth. The truth isn't in you because you're not the truth, brother. The truth is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai has to be in you so you're able to speak the truth. You can't rely on your inward parts. All right, give me the book of Psalms chapter 51 and start at verse number 5.
And speaketh the truth in his heart.
In his heart. Okay. So your heart has to speak the truth. Not your own philosophy, not leaning on your own understanding, not doing what you want to do. Bring that up.
Psalms 51 and 5 and it reads, behold, I was sharpened in iniquity.
I was shapen in iniquity.
I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me.
Hold on, brother.
Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts.
What the Lord say?
Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts.
Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts. Meaning your inward parts that you're talking about is void. You desire what you think you already have. You think you have the truth. You think your way is the right way. But you're actually desiring the way to be led by the Lord, brother. Right, so that's why it's good to be humble. It's good to listen. It's good to apply. All praise to the Most High. It's good, bro.
I know. I'm just, the only thing I want to be a good man.
Well, how do you be a good man, brother?
Just do good deeds.
What's good deeds?
Like, mess up nobody.
Brother, have you had something to drink today?
Good.
Well, how much did you have? Not a lot. You think it's a good deed to be getting drunk on the Sabbath day? No, it's not a good deed. Because that liquor is perverting your judgment. Right, give me the book of Proverbs chapter 31. Well, it don't make you feel good. You should be sober right now. You should be vigilant. You should be mindful of what's going on. Because, I mean, you being drunk is going to pervert your judgment. While you're wandering around. Because whether you know it or not, right, you're kind of coming against the word of the Most High. Right, and we want you to be sober. Right, you want some water, brother?
Y'all got some cold water.
Yeah, we about to get you water. Oh, that's get you some water, brother. You can take that water and start drinking it through the Spirit. Bring that up.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroys kings.
Right, so the Lord said, don't give your strength unto a woman. Right now, you gotta listen, brother. You gotta listen. Right? The Lord says, don't give your strength unto a woman. The woman that you're giving your strength unto is America.
Right.
Are you giving all of your mind into America? America says come out at 8, you come out at 8.
Right.
Are you giving your strength into a woman, right? And America says today is 50% off. You get up out of the bed, you get dressed, you do whatever America says, brother. You gotta come out of America. Right. You gotta come out of this wicked place, man. Because it destroys kings. Read.
It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine.
Right, it's not for kings to be getting drunk on the throne. Why? Because kings sit in the judgment seat.
Right.
Kings can't pervert judgment.
Right.
Read.
Nor for princes strong drink,
nor for princes strong drink. Give me 2 Chronicles 19 and verse number 5. And give me the book, right of Deuteronomy chapter 19 and verse 12.
Keep on. Lest they drink and forget the law.
The Lord said, lest you keep drinking, now you forgetting the laws of the Most High. What does it mean you drink and forget the law? Does that mean you just drink? What's that precept? Not necessarily. Meaning you start to pervert the judgments of the Most High. The more you drink, listen, the more you drink, the more bad decisions you make.
Right.
That's what the Lord is saying.
Right.
You start to forget the law because the Lord said in the book of Sirach. Go to the book of Sirach chapter 15 real fast and get verse number 6. All right, real fast and keep those other precepts I called.
I got you. The book of Sirach, chapter 15 and verse number 6.
Right out.
He shall find joy in a crown of gladness, and she shall cause him to inherit an everlasting name. But foolish men shall not attain unto her.
Foolish men won't attain unto counsel and wisdom.
And sinners shall not see her, for she is far from pride.
She's far from pride.
And men that are liars cannot remember her.
What happens when you drink?
And men that are liars cannot remember her.
You start drinking, you start forgetting things. You start forgetting what's going on. You start forgetting why you came outside. You start hearing the music, seeing the women, seeing the dancing, seeing the fun, seeing the glitter, seeing all of the beats of the drums and all of the instruments and all of the confusion and the DJs, the sets, the roars, the screams, the tumults, and all of the things craving your body and your lust of your flesh. And you forget the Most High. That's exactly what it is. Go to bring out those precepts I called.
2 Chronicles 19
5.
and 5, and it reads,
Bring it out.
and he set judges in the land
He
throughout.
set judges in the land. Now, if the Most High is going to set a judge in the land, you think that judge could be drunk? Why? Because you're sitting and you're judging on a judgment seat. And you're a judge, brother. You're a king. Right? When we sit on the thrones, we can't be drunk. What if you were drunk? You would let your kid do whatever he wanted to do, right? Right? Do whatever he wanted to do. Right? He was never drunk.
Right.
No, he wasn't. Prove it.
Prove it. Book, chapter, verse.
Prove it. The long dramatic wouldn't be approved. Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Was you not to drink wine?
Bring it out. No, you're perverting the narrative now. You're perverting the narrative. You said he was drunk. And we have witnesses. Now you're perverting the narrative by being seduction and seducing. You can't seduce the servants of the Most High.
Right.
He said Samson was drunk.
And we're not dealing with your folly. Because if you knew what you're talking about, you would call it to remembrance.
Yeah, you wouldn't remember.
Brother, take this flyer and stand right here, brother. Stand right here, brother. Brother, if you leave, evil may befall you, brother.
Nah, I'm about to go take your people's flag.
Brother, come back, brother.
Then God opened up a hollow place in Lehi. The water came out.
When Samson drank,
You gotta name the chapter and the verse.
Judges 5:15-19. So the spring was in Hakoah. And there was Lehi. Final with Lehi.
What's your point? Judges 5 and 18. Well, what that's going to, because if he actually knew the words of the Most High, he would actually know how to break down the words of the Most High. Now with Judges the 15th chapter, when you start at verse 9, Samson went against the Philistines. He slew them. And then when you jump all the way down, the Most High gave in a hollow point of a donkey's jawbone water to come out of it.
Water!
Which issued out if he actually knew the words of the Most High.
Water!
Right, bring that up. Judges chapter 5, 15, and start at verse number 19.
Judges chapter 15 and verse 19.
Bring it out.
But God clave an hollow place that was in the jaw, and there came water thereof.
And there came what?
And there came water
Oh,
thereof.
he seduced the servants of the Lord.
And there came water thereof.
Like, you're not seducing us, man. Like, we don't know the Bible, man. We live this Bible. We breathe these words, man. You can't tell us any false doctrine. Come up, think you're trying to confound what we're building on, and then leave like you confounded us, right? You'll never be able to confound the Most High, right? So, brother, back to you. You have to repent. You have to repent, brother. Now, going back to repentance, the first step, brother, is you can't rebel against what we're teaching. Because we're not teaching out of our own vain opinion. We're teaching you thus saith the Lord, out of sincerity. If you got questions, brother, you can ask. But the first step, brother, is to sober up. Not to get drunk, not to be all in the world, right? But to sober up and come back to the Most High. Now go back to 2 Chronicles chapter 19 and verse number 6. Start at 5.
2 Chronicles 19 and 5, and it reads, and he set judges in the land throughout.
Like the Lord said judges. Judges judge. Right, read?
Throughout all the fenced cities of Judah, city by city. And said to the judges, take heed what you do.
Do what?
Take heed what you do.
Get drunk.
Take heed what you do.
What did the Lord tell the judges to do? To take heed what you what? What you do. What you do. Meaning what you do, you can get drunk as a judge. You can start perverting and dancing with all the women as a judge. You can pervert who I am because my name is upon you and you're a king. Take heed what you do, man. And you think these people out here taking heed what they do? Or is everybody having fun and dancing and being lustful? Right, read?
For he is judged not for man, but for the Lord.
Right, meaning your judgment isn't of man. You wanting to take one more cup isn't of you. You want to take this woman home isn't of you. Because you're actually judging after the Lord. Right? You can pervert the Lord's name by the spirit that you're in. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 19, right, in verse number 12.
Deuteronomy chapter 19. Deuteronomy chapter 19 and verse 12. Then the elders of his city shall send and fetch him thence, and deliver him into the hand of the avenger of blood, that he may die. Thine eyes shall not pity him, but thou shalt put away the guilt of innocent blood from Israel, that it may go well with thee. Right? Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark.
Meaning in the law, man, it would kill you, brother. Like in the law, the judges, they would judge and they would kill you. So what if a judge is drunk, huh? Like, he'll put him to death. Right. I don't know, he looks guilty. Right? His heart is going backwards. Right? You can't pervert different things, right? And you're a judge, you're an elder, right? You don't?
Jumping down to verse 16. If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord, before the priests and the judges, which shall be in those days. Right? And the judges,
and the judges
shall make diligent inquisition.
So do what?
Shall make diligent inquisition.
You're a judge, brother. We just read in Judges, the 10th chapter, that the so-called Mexicans, hey, look, they judge, man.
Right.
They judge all of Israel.
That's right.
And they had to make diligent inquisition.
Right. And behold, if the witness be a false witness.
And they have to say, you know what? Let's go to the book and let's do this. And let's go to Moses. Let's go up to the elders. Let's make diligent inquisition. Let's huddle around and let's figure out this matter. And after they figured out the matter,
and have testified falsely against his brother, then shall you do unto him as he has thought to have done unto his brother.
Right, meaning you could be responsible of death, brother. You could be responsible of killing somebody. You could be responsible for overthrowing a whole marriage. You could be responsible for every and all iniquity by your false judgment by drinking. That's how important and how scary it is to be drunk, brother. Give me the book of 1 Ezra, chapter 3 and verse number 18. Right? So sobering up is important.
Yeah, that's cool. Look, that's a good.
Who you meeting up with? Your homeboy, what y'all gonna get into? Get something to eat? What if the Lord said you can't buy and sell on the Sabbath day? Because today is the Sabbath day, bro.
My bad. I guess I'm not gonna eat.
You said what?
Yes, I am.
I guess you're not gonna eat?
Go ahead.
Hold on, brother. You can't eat on the Sabbath day. That's if you buy it. Now, if you can eat, but you can't buy what it is that you eat. You understand? If you want to go home, make yourself a sandwich, get some leftovers, whatever the case may be, right? That's cool, right? But nevertheless, you cannot buy and you can't sell on the Sabbath day. That be perverting God's commandments, right? I'm going to show you that real fast. Give me Exodus. Right, hold that. Give me Exodus. Right? Chapter 20 and verse number 8.
Hey, bro.
I asked the man.
Hold on, brother. We got something going right now.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Well, respect it if you know.
I got
Bring that up.
Exodus 20 and verse 8.
Right.
Remember the Sabbath day.
The Lord said, remember the Sabbath day. Right? Meaning, don't forget it. Right? Read.
To keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
6 days so you labor and do all your work. Meaning any day you can labor. You can take out the trash, right? You can cook, right? You can clean, you can take care of your household. All of these days, which are 6, right? You can labor, right? We don't.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
Listen, brother. But the 7th day starts Friday night, the Saturday sundown. So today, right now, brother, will be a holy day, right? We don't.
In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou shalt not do any work.
Everybody out here is doing work. They're buying, they're selling. Right? Everybody's out here is working. Right? Right? You know?
I don't work.
Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
Right? And hallowed it. Right? Meaning sanctified it, reverenced it, put it real high. You understand? So according to the Bible, you cannot buy and sell on the Sabbath day. So are you going to keep that commandment, brother?
Man, I work like twice a week.
Brother, that's not what I asked you though. Are you going to keep the Sabbath day holy?
Oh, yes.
And by keeping it holy, you can't buy any food today. You have to wait till the sun goes down. Are you going to keep that commandment?
Right, yes.
What do you guess?
I'm not hungry.
Well, what if you get real hungry? If the Most High puts a spirit of hunger on you, you're going to eat when it gets dark.
Right. My mom couldn't have some food.
All right, well, there you go, brother. All right, so whatever you got going on, brother, be mindful not to commit sin.
I understand. I'm just going.
Brother, go home, brother. Go home. Straight up. Go home. Go home and sober up and eat later on and visit those videos, brother. Because ain't nothing good is going to befall you out here.
Right.
Nothing but evil, brother.
Right.
Got that look in your eye, that smile, that crooked smile.
You read my mind. Like, I'm just getting old. I'm bad at
So you got crooked intentions out here, brother?
Nah.
Give me the book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 25. Brother, go home, brother. Brother Tone, go home. Go home, Tone. 7.
Book of Mark chapter 7 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
For a certain woman whose young daughter had an unclean spirit.
Right, has unclean spirits. And people have unclean spirits out here, man. All right, brothers, come and hear the words of the Lord, brothers. All right, come and hear the words of the Lord, brothers. Hey, brothers, y'all believe in God? Come and hear the words of the Lord. Real fast, brother. Come and hear the words of the Lord. All right, which side, nationality, and race, brother?
My nationality?
Yes, sir. Bayesian? Explain to me what that is. Barbados. Okay. And what about you, brother? All right. You said indigenous African American. Right now, according to the Bible, the Lord never gave us Barbados, and He never gave us African American. He never gave us these terms. We learn these terms in America, and we learn about our oppressors. So when you actually go 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, we never called ourselves these things. Before your people even got to that island, before we even got to America, America was never founded and called America. That island was never called Barbados. We have to go farther back than just 14 years, 100 years. We got to go thousands of years back. Your roots don't just start. You don't just look at this branch and say, this is my roots. When your branch and your roots, they start all the way from the foundation. We got to go from the foundation of who we actually are as a people, from the very, very beginning. Right, let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 32, right, and start at verse number 27.
The book of Genesis, chapter 32 and verse 27. And he said unto him, what is thy name?
Right, what is your name?
And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. But Israel.
The Lord said, I'm not going to call your name Jacob anymore. I'm going to change your name into Israel. You know who Jacob was, brother?
One of the 12 tribes of Judah.
Right? He was the father of the 12 tribes. So actually your father, my father, and these brothers' fathers actually go back to Jacob.
Right.
All of this is in Genesis, brother. Genesis means the beginning. Right. So we have to go further back in the 1600s, the 1800s, slavery, islands, and places where we were stolen and brought to. We got to go from the beginning. Now, y'all brothers, believe it or not, brother, we're going to show you, according to the Bible, are actually descendants from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Y'all heard of those men? Now, do you know that that's your fathers? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All praise to the Most High. Knowing that, you have to know that coming from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that would mean that you're an Israelite on the earth. Give me Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse number 4.
Bring it out. Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. Bring it out. And thou even thyself.
And thou even thyself, talking about y'all two brothers,
shall discontinue from thine heritage.
Who discontinue from their heritage? What people have been alienated, pushed away, and don't know their heritage anymore? Right, so us. Right. Because, I mean, why we speak English? Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
You gotta get out and see.
Should we study from the Bible of Ethiopia? No. It says the original. Can we show you that that's not the original? Which one came before Ethiopia? Can we show you that? Because if we start to build a foundation and show you.
Tell me like what you did.
Well, it's not it. Give me 1 John chapter 1 and verse 1. Right, we have to read it. Because I will be doing what you're doing, meaning speaking out of my own thoughts.
I'm not
I will have to speak out of thus saith the Lord, if I'm going to say something.
When was the first Bible recorded?
Well, there was no such thing as the first Bible recorded.
Brother, I got
this right here, what's the word Bible mean? What's the word Bible mean?
I got your number on here. What is your name?
My name is Ariah.
Right. Gave me that name. Switch up.
All right, brother. Well, for edification's sake, through the Spirit, we're going to dive into it, right? But that was a question. What? Right. That was a question that a lot of our people have, right? Right? Where did the first Bible come from? Or all of these different things. It actually was a collection of books, right? Biblios, right? In the Latin. Biblios is Bible. Now, they didn't just walk around, right? In the Bible. Isaiah, right, chapter 36, and start, matter of fact, give me Jeremiah 36, and start at verse number 4.
Jeremiah chapter 36 and verse 4. Then Jeremiah called Baruch, the son of Neriah, and Baruch wrote from the mouth of Jeremiah.
And what?
Wrote from the mouth of Jeremiah.
Right, meaning what? You had scribes. Now, scribes in the ancient world, they were very, very, very knowledgeable men. Right. Like, give me the book of Matthew, chapter 8 and verse 18. These were very knowledgeable men. Now, as these men recorded these different accounts, they laid them up in scrolls. Give me 1 Esdras, chapter 2 and verse 21. So he wrote after the mouth of Jeremiah. Hold what you got in Jeremiah 36.
Matthew 8 and verse 18. Now, when Yahushua saw great multitudes about him, he gave commandment to depart unto the other side. And a certain scribe came and said unto him, Master, I will follow thee.
I will do what?
I will follow thee.
Writing down the account?
I will follow thee.
He wants to follow the Lord.
Right.
Now, what is a scribe going to follow the Lord to do? To jot down what's going on. And that's what the scribes did. They jotted down, they traveled, they recorded, and they had many and many accounts. You have Mark's account, you have Luke's account, you have Matthew's account, you have John's account. And all of these men, they were scribes, they were knowledgeable, and they were writing down and scribing out everything that's going on. Right, give me the book of Luke, right, chapter 1 and verse number 4. Right, bring that up.
Whatever else I call? I call something else.
Luke, 1 Esdras, chapter 2 and verse 21.
It's the book of 1 Esdras, chapter 2 and verse number 21. And it reads, but to speak unto our Lord the King to the intent that if it be thy pleasure, it may be sought out in the books of thy fathers.
Right, that it may be sought out in the books of thy fathers. You hear that, sisters? Y'all got a minute to hear the words of the Lord? Right, that it may be sought out in the books of thy fathers. Meaning even these ancient kings on the left-hand side, they had records. Even our fathers, they had records. But it calls it the books of thy fathers. Hey, brother, you heard that? You believe in the Lord, brother? Come hear the words of the Lord, brother.
And thou shalt find in the Chronicles what is written concerning these things, and shalt understand that the city was rebellious, troubling both kings and cities.
Right, so these ancient kings, hey brother, you got a minute to hear the words of the Lord? Right, these ancient kings, they will have records and scrolls of their fathers. They will have them documented, but they will have libraries, and they would keep ancient records. Right, give me the book right of Esther, chapter 10 and verse number 2, and bring out wherever else I was.
Book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 4, that thou mightest know the certainty of those things wherein thou...
Hey, sister, you got a minute to hear the words of the Lord? You do, sister? What's Mark the 5th chapter going into?
Book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 4, that thou mightest know the certainty of those things wherein thou hast been instructed.
Right, that you may know of certainty. Right, all of the things which you may have been instructed. You get instructed and taught and given these things by what? Recorders, by accounts. All of these things teach you and they show you. Bring that out, King.
Esther chapter 10 and verse 2, and all the acts of his power and his might and the declaration of the greatness of Mordecai whereunto the king advanced him. Are they not written in the book of the Chronicles?
Right, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles? Right, of the kings and the Persians and the Medes. Right, so even these kings have records. You hear that, sister? Come hear the words of the Lord. Come hear the words of the Lord, sisters. Come on up here. I got one question for y'all. Will y'all see yourself in the sign? Come on up here. Don't act shy, sisters. Come on up here and hear the words of the Most High. Right, where y'all see yourself in the sun? I will take this flight. The Israelite, sister. All praise to the Most High. Right, bring that up.
Are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Media and Persia? For Mordecai the Jew was next unto King Ahasuerus.
Right, meaning they wrote all of these things and they kept records of all of these different accounts. Right, so when the brother was talking about Ethiopia in the first Bible and all of these different things, right, that's a damn lie, huh? Like, there is no Ethiopian Bible. Because all of that Egyptology, all that Ethiopian madness, right, give me 1 Kings, chapter 11. Right, it's stemming from the kingdom, right, that they one time under Sheba, right? Right, and so-called that philosophy, right, her laying down with Solomon. And all of the line and all of this different madness. Bring that up.
1 Kings chapter 11 verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites.
Right, y'all sisters got a minute to hear the words of the Lord? Hey brother, got a minute to hear the words of the Lord?
Women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you.
Where is the Ethiopians ever mentioned? Why do you, when you read the book, right, give me the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, right, verse 14. Right, give me the book of Isaiah, chapter 18, and verse number 1.
Isaiah.
Give me the book of Isaiah, chapter 18, and verse 1. What were these things, and the Most High was dealing with the Ethiopians? Right, from Cush. The Most High never dealt with Cush, man.
Right.
The Lord is never dealing with Cush.
Right.
Ever. Right, bring that up.
Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 14. Thus saith the Lord, the labor of Egypt and merchandise of Ethiopia and of the Sabians, men of stature, shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine.
And they shall be thine. So why would the Lord give the first recorded records of the Bible into the hand of Ethiopians?
Right.
What sense would that make?
Right.
That makes no sense at all on any type of level, man. Where were your Ethiopian scribes at? Where were your Ethiopian prophets at?
Right.
Where were your Ethiopian rulers and kings that had records of the law?
Right.
But none of those things are documented at all anywhere in history.
Right.
Right, read?
and they shall be thine.
Right, why are the Ethiopians going to be thine? Meaning be ours. Right, because they're going to be our future slaves. Brother, you had a question?
Yeah, I'm ready for you, bro. You talk to me without the scripture.
Without the scripture. Right, no, I can't.
Why is that?
Right, give me the book of 1 Peter. Right, chapter 4.
Alright.
Verse number 11.
I asked you not to talk to me.
First Peter chapter 4 and verse 11.
Because you're asking me to break the commandments. You're asking me to be a fool out of my vain opinion. Nobody out here gives a damn what I have to say. We're all vessels of the Most High to speak the words of the Most High.
Right.
Speak the words of truth.
What connects me and you?
Alright, bring that up.
First Peter chapter 4 verse 11.
Bring it out.
If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh.
Right, you have time. If you're not sincere, and you don't want to hear the words of the Most High.
I don't. I wanted to talk to you. I don't want to
No,
talk to
we don't desire to talk to you.
Right.
We don't want to have a dialogue with the Bible.
Alright,
That's why we
you
came
as a
out.
black man can't talk to me without that shit.
I can't talk to you without speaking.
They
to the
can't
words
talk
of
to
the
me
Most
without
High.
that shit.
Right.
Is that what
Why
you're
would
saying?
I want to talk to you?
Without that.
Why would I
There's
want to talk
nothing
to
else
a
me and
man
you can
that
talk
didn't
about.
want to speak
There's
to the
nothing
words of
else
the
me
Most
and you
High?
can talk about without
Brother,
that.
watch your hands getting close.
You got that, bro. Y'all can have that.
Right? We're not dealing with half-naked fools.
Right. Straight like that. Now, I'll be a fool to speak my own vain opinion.
Exactly.
Right, give me the book of Proverbs chapter 4 and verse number 12. Read that again in 1 Peter.
First Peter chapter 4 and verse 11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh.
Right, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. Give me the book of Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 5. Give me the book of Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 8. Right, give me the book of Jeremiah. Right, and we have to go through these accounts. Chapter 5 and verse 15. Right, bring that up.
Proverbs 4 and 12, and it reads, when thou goest, thy steps shall not be straitened, and when thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble.
Right?
Take fast hold of instruction.
What the Lord say?
Take fast hold of instruction.
Take fast hold of instruction. The instruction that the Lord is talking about is the Most High's words. What's going on, brother? All praise to the Most High. Right? You see yourself on the side, King? What's your race according to the Bible? Alright, we'll bring that up.
Proverbs 4 and 15, and it reads, avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence.
Right?
But the path of the just is as the shining light.
Right, the path of the just is as a shining light. Meaning you have to follow something or else you're in darkness.
Right.
It's a path of a shining light. Meaning what? The Lord is the one that's going to lead you. He's the one that's going to lighten you and give you understanding. Read.
That shineth more and more into the perfect day. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble.
Right, they don't even know where they're going. So why would I have a conversation or follow a man as the blind leadeth the blind? Why would we make ourselves compatible to talk to fools, man? Right, read.
My son, attend to my words, incline thy
Brothers, come hear the words of the Lord, brothers.
incline thy ears unto my sayings. Let them not depart from thy eyes, keep them in the midst of thy heart, for they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life.
Right, keep your heart, meaning your mind, with all diligence. What's going on? All praise to the Most High. Y'all see yourself on the sign right here? Right, what's your nationality? What's your race? Puerto Rican and black. What about you? Jamaican. Right, on your father's side, what's your father? Puerto Rican. All praise. What about you, sister? Jamaican. Now, where do we find the terms Jamaican and Puerto Rican from? Right, European. Exactly. Right. We have literally rich port and land of wood and water. Now, you're not a land of wood and water. Right, they are the originals. Right, yeah, Taino. Exactly. Those are the originals. So when you go back to the Bible, the Lord never called us Tainos, or the Lord never called us Puerto Ricans. The Lord never called us black men, black women, Jamaicans. What did the Most High call us? Let's go to Romans. chapter 11 and verse number 1. Let's find out.
Book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, has God cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite.
Puerto Rico.
For I also am an Israelite.
Jamaica.
For I also am an Israelite.
For I also am an Israelite.
right.
The Lord called us Israelites. Now the Israelites have 12 tribes. Now the Israelites is not a group. The Israelites is not a damn fashion thing. You get together in all black, kind of stand outside in the heat, right? It's not a religion. The Israelites is literally a bloodline of descendants from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, and Israel had sons. His sons were 12 of them. Yeah, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, all the way till you get down to Naphtali. Now your loins will take you back from a loins and line of kings, a line of priests, or a line of judges, right? A line of governors. And the Most High, these are God's children. Whenever you hear my children, my saints, my chosen, it's referring to us. Right. So I'm gonna get the book of Revelation till I get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. I'm gonna show y'all about yourselves. Yeah, you can take that. All right, before y'all leave, y'all gotta hit us.
Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
Like the Lord called us holy. Holy means to be separate from everything else.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
He has chosen y'all
to be a special people unto himself, above all people.
What about the weight?
Above all people.
Too loud.
Above all people.
The Lord said that we're above all people on the face of this earth. Who's better than the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child, in anything? Nobody. Can't nobody beat us in anything. We're the smartest, we're the strongest, we have the most understanding. The Most High is not dealing with these other strange nations. He's only dealing with us. Now with dealing with us, you have to see how far we went off and separated from the Most High. You know, we started to follow religion, customs, idolatry, imagery, lies, sin, and lust. These are the things we started to follow in the world. Now, I'm going to ask y'all a sincere question. I want a sincere answer. Because I'm being sincere with y'all. Do you desire to truly serve the Most High and come back to Him? Or is this one of your many stops on the way to sin? So what? What, following the Most High? You said you already following the Most High? You say you already following the Most High. What you say? Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 25. What do you say, sister? Well, I'm going to ask you a question, sister. Now, that's a pharaoh upon your neck, right? Don't you know that the ancient Egyptians had us in slavery? And the Most High calls them our enemies in the Bible? Right, give me the book of Exodus chapter 11 verse 7. Then we're going to read that.
So, Exodus 11 and 7, and it reads, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, right? That ye may know how the Lord doth put a difference.
The Lord put a difference
between the Egyptians and Israel.
Between who?
Between the Egyptians and Israel.
The Lord put a difference between the Egyptians and the Israelites. Good. No. With the Egyptians?
So, for me, I accept all my ancestors, right or wrong. You know, certain chosen ones,
right.
They have a position, they have a role to play. That's why every chosen one in Israel is different. You get this judge. So, some of us, we are here to heal, you know, the bloodline, the curse. So I'm the one, I don't push them away, the one that was misled because it was a person at the end of the day. It was misled. So I stay in your life, but I also accept my brothers and my sisters. I just don't push them out. I can educate, heal, and try. At the end of the day, you are me and I'm you, so I don't just hold it down.
Are you talking about the Egyptians? Being your family?
They were ancestors.
Bro, with the ancestors of the Egyptians, they go back to Ham. Noah had 3 sons.
Hey, look.
Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Gotta go.
Alright, well, sister, you gotta repent. Come back to the Most High. Alright, take that flyer and repent. Come back to the Most High. We gotta come back to the Most High in the last days. Alright? Stop cleaving to the enemies. But these enemies don't care about us, man. The Egyptians are killing you out here, man. Hey, give me the book of Exodus. Hey, brother, come in the words of the Lord. Right, how you doing, brother?
How you doing? What's
All
going on,
praise to the
brother?
Most High. Doing well. All right, where you see yourself in the sign, brother? Real fast. Give me Deuteronomy 28:68. I know you're busy, brother. You about to leave. I'm gonna give you one scripture real fast.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord shall bring the so-called black man into slavery again.
With ships.
The Lord, it's a prophecy that God would send one nation of people into slavery with ships. That fits us all today. But the Lord was looking and talking to the Israelites. So to this very day, brother, your nationality would be Israel.
I've been seeing you on North Avenue.
Okay, all praise to the Most High.
Appreciate
Take that flyer, brother.
I appreciate
All
it.
praise to the Most High.
Thank you.
Give me Exodus chapter 2 and verse 11. Hey, y'all sisters, come up and hear the words of the Most High. Come on up and hear the words of the Most High.
Exodus.
Let me see yourself on the sign. Where y'all at in the sign? What's your race? How you doing, brother? Oh, you gotta listen, brother, to get a flyer. Yeah, well, you gotta listen for 2 seconds, brother. Where you see yourself on the sign, brother? American Black. What do you say, sister? What about you, little sister? What about you, elder? American Black. Now, when did God in history call us American Blacks? He never called us American Blacks. You gotta ask yourself, why are we calling ourselves American Black?
Right.
That's the number one question. What did God actually call us? Give me John chapter 1 and verse 47. Let's find out what the Most High God called everybody right here.
Right.
Let's see if he was African American, Negro. Let's see, find out what it is.
Book of John, chapter 1 and verse 47. Yahweh saw Nathanael coming to him and said of him, behold, an Israelite indeed.
Behold, a what?
Behold, an Israelite indeed.
Behold, an Israelite indeed. So when the Lord saw one of his countrymen coming to him from afar, he said, behold, that's an Israelite indeed. So to this very day, when I see y'all sisters, when I see you elders, right, we are Israelites indeed. Now, how do you know that we're the Israelites? What's the number one indication that'll let you know who you are on this earth? Right, Deuteronomy chapter 28. Hold on, sister, the curses. Right, give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and start at verse 15.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It shall come to pass, meaning it shall happen, if we do not listen unto the Lord,
to observe to do all his commandments,
if we don't keep all of his commandments
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
all these blessings,
that all these curses,
y'all listen, sisters, curses will befall the Israelites for not keeping God's commandments. Do y'all keep God's commandments? You keep God's commandments, sister? All of them? Name 4 commandments. Right, we forgot. Right, we all forgot as a nation of people. But now it's time to remember. Right, give me 2 Peter, right? Chapter 3 and verse 1. Now it's time to remember and come back to the Most High in the last days.
2 Peter 3 and 1 in the read. The second apostle, the love, I know right to you, and both which shall stir up your pure minds by ways of remembrance.
By what? By ways of remembrance.
We have to stir up our minds by the ways of remembrance. The remembrance that is talking about are the commandments of God, about who we are, about being an Israelite, by coming back to the Most High God, the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. Right, that's what the Most High is saying. That's what we need to remember. We don't need to remember the latest little baby song. We don't need to remember sin and lust. We don't need to remember all type of vanity and TV shows. So I'm going to show you something that you need to remember. Let's go to the classic in Deuteronomy 14 and 2.
Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 2. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord has chosen thee.
The Lord has chosen y'all
to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth.
Right, the Lord said that we are better than all nations that are upon the face of the earth. But what is this one nation that's better than all the other nations? What's that nation called? Nope, not African Americans. But brother, before you leave, brother. Alright, that's all right, brother. Take a flight. We the Israelites, brother. All praise to the Most High. The Lord called us Israelites. Can y'all sisters say that? Right, y'all want some money? Y'all want some money, don't y'all? What y'all want? Candy, chips, snacks, drinks? Huh? See, I'll make it speak up for that. We got to speak up for the Lord right now. Right. Now, the Lord is asking y'all a question. What did the Lord call the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Do y'all remember? I'm going to read it again for y'all. Let's get Romans chapter 11 and verse 1. But y'all need to listen. Right, check this out.
Romans 11 and verse 1. I say then, has God cast away his people?
Did God cast away his people?
God forbid.
Meaning no, the Lord didn't cast away his people.
For I also am an Israelite.
No, I'm not.
For I also am an Israelite.
The Lord said,
for I also am an Israelite.
For I also am a what? Israelite. There you go, sister. Israelite. Can you say that, little sister? Exactly. Say it perfect. You gotta say it now, sister. That's exactly what the Lord called us. Right? Black is just a color. African American is a byword that the so-called white man threw upon us. But the Lord called us the Israelites of the Bible. Let me give y'all one curse to show y'all what befell the Israelites. Right? Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, right, in verse 68.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord shall bring the Israelites into slavery. But I'm going to ask y'all a question about history. How did the so-called black race get to America? Which way of transportation? How did we get to America? We took a what? Let me give y'all a hint. Look at this right here. How did we get to America? On a boat. Y'all know that about history? That we went to slavery on slave ships? Y'all sisters know that? Y'all sisters know that? Oh, let's read that.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord shall bring us into slavery again.
With ships.
Now what nation went into slavery with slave ships? Israelites, exactly. That's exactly. So who are the Israelites today then? So-called African Americans and so-called Hispanics. Well, we are all Israelites according to the Bible. So what would that make y'all if the Lord spoke these things to the Israelites? What would that make y'all race? Take a wild guess. What would that make y'all? Israelites. That's exactly what that would make y'all. Right, so according to the Bible, the Lord calls y'all Israelites. Now, as the Israelites, what do you have to do? You be outside and just commit sin? What do you think the Lord requires of you to do? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 12. I feel like you're 10 to it. The Lord requires something of us. Let's find out.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God?
Hey brother, come back and hear the word now.
Deuteronomy 10 and verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
What does the Lord require of us? Who do you think the Lord requires of us, brother?
Be what? Be great?
Oh, that's not a bad answer. What do you say, sister? What do y'all say? What does the Lord want from us? Let's find out in the Bible.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
To do what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
The Lord requires us to keep what? Keep the commandments of the Lord. Now, if I give y'all 3 commandments, are y'all going to try your hardest to keep those commandments? Y'all out here with y'all parents? Y'all out here by yourselves? Well, y'all got to be careful out here, bro.
Right.
Right? What we about 15 years old, sister? 15? 13? show y'all something in the Bible. Give me the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Now the Sabbath day is the highest day that the Lord ever created on the earth.
Right.
The Sabbath day is one of the commandments that the Lord said that we have to keep. Read.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
6 days you can labor, you can work, you can do whatever you want to do. You can play games, eat candy, go outside, go to the park, right? Go to the pool, or you can do whatever you want to do in righteousness in 6 days.
But the 7th day.
But the 7th day. What's the 7th day of the week? Saturday. That's exactly right, sister. The 7th day of the week is Saturday. Right, read.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt slacken. In it thou shalt not do any work.
Thou shalt not do any work. So the commandment that we're getting is on Saturdays. What can't we do? Work. Exactly. What do you think everybody out here is doing on the Sabbath day? They working. You see the music playing, right? They going off. They're smoking weed. Right? They're dealing with sin. They're buying and they're selling, and they're doing everything that's contrary to the will to the Most High. Now I know y'all sisters are coming out here to have fun, but according to the Bible on the Sabbath day, like everybody should be ceasing and resting from work. Right, you know?
In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. Right? For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day.
Right, meaning the Lord created everything in the midst, right, 6 days and rested the 7th day, right?
Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day.
He blessed the Sabbath
and hallowed it.
And highly reverenced that day. So according to the Bible, when is the holy day? When is Sabbath? When does the Sabbath come in? See that?
Right.
See that? And that's a perfect example of an hypocrite.
Right.
The perfect example of an hypocrite. Right? With a thumbs up. She put a thumbs up, huh? Right? So our people know they're hypocrites. Right. They know they ought to do good, but they do evil. And we want y'all sisters to do good. Right? Do y'all desire to serve the Most High? Y'all desire, y'all love the Lord? All praise to the Most High. But take this water, sisters. I know it's hot out here. The only way you can serve the Most High is by obeying the Most High. Right. That's how you truly show the Most High that you love Him. Right. Is by keeping His commandments. Right. Let's get that classic precept. Give me the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 15. And I want to ask y'all a question. How do y'all serve the Most High? By doing what? How do you serve the Most High? How do you show the Most High that you love Him? You have to do an action. Do you come out here and dance with everybody else to show the Most High you love Him? How do you show the Most High that you love Him? Let's find out.
Book of John, chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me,
if you love the Most High,
keep my commandments.
Be a hypocrite.
Keep my commandments.
Keep my commandments. So if you love the Most High, what do you have to keep? Keep His commandments. And this mighty brother right here is about to go inside of the commandments, break them down, and show you how to keep the commandments according to the Lord. Right? We're going to start the brother off with the book of Numbers, chapter 15. Right?